first question, I think we'll start with you, Mr. Vallas. During the pre-program, Artie Duncan showed a slide that showed that over the last 30 years, gun violence declined dramatically in Los Angeles and New York, but it remained high in Chicago. Our murder rate is 6 times higher than New York City's and 3 times higher than Los Angeles. What is different about Chicago?
Well, I think basic policing strategy. There was a significant reduction in murder rates from 1993 on to, I believe it was about 2006, 2007, when the city really adopted the type of strategies that were adopted elsewhere. That was community-based policing. That's where you had community police on every community, every beat, community police, police officers walking the CTA platforms at the local CTA stations. The bottom line is there was a community presence. The community policing strategy was really to get police officers in the community who were known to the community and were known by the community. And also during that same period, there was a strategy of opening the schools to the dinner hour on weekends over the holidays and bringing community-based programs and community-based organizations to those schools to provide safe and secure places for the young people so that they could be fully engaged in work-study programs and mentoring programs. So there was a period where violent crime dramatically was reduced and then significantly increased again.
Thank you. Commissioner Johnson.
Well, one of the biggest differences is that in the city of Chicago, we spend more per capita on policing than Los Angeles and New York. And the question we have to ask, are we any safer? We're not. And the reason why we have not been able to get control over the violence in the city of Chicago is because we're using the same tired tactics. Listen, look, we're not solving crime in the city of Chicago. When almost 40% of your 911 calls are mental health crises, and police officers are being asked to be social workers, counselors, therapists, that is a recipe for disaster. When mental health crisis occurs and the only equipment on the scene are guns, this is a failure. And because we rely upon one single strategy, that's why we're failing. That's why in my public safety plan, we get at the immediate crisis, but we also get at the root causes of violence. We have to be investing in mental health crises. We have to reopen our mental health centers to actually get at the root causes of violence. That's how we have a sustainable, safer Chicago.
Mr. Johnson.